Hi guys, this is another segment of a fine and rare gemstone show from JupiterGem. Um, so we are an online marketplace. Um, we carry fine gemstones and fine handmade jewelry. You can reach us by emailing info@jupitergem.com, or if you want to call us, we have a Google Voice number, area code 323-844-3675. Again, it's 323-844-3675. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would greatly appreciate it. So today's segment is very highly unusually rare gemstones. These are all color change natural gemstones. When we talk about color change, mostly we think it's all about alexandrites. Alexandrites are a color change variety of Chrysoberyl. Um, a typical alexandrite changes green in daylight to purplish red in evening or incandescent light, but there are other gemstones also change color, and they are even more rarer than sometimes alexandrite. So that's what we are trying to show here. We have a very good cross section of three different variety of color change stones. The top row is color change sapphires. All of those stones, there are 6 color change sapphires. All of them have GIA reports. The middle row has 5 color change garnets, and the lower row has 4 color change spinels, and those all 4 of those color change spinels also do have GI reports. And also we have one extremely rare color change tourmaline, so that also have a GI report. So we will quickly go through left to right from the first row. So the very first stone is a color change sapphire. It's a cushion cut 1.85 carat. So that's the stone. It's a 1.85 carat. This is the color in the daylight, and you can see that it's kind of like a bluish purple. And then I'm going to show you the yeah, it's a bluish violet, and you can see now in the artificial light it changes to a purplish overtone. So that's the daylight, and now it changes to like a purple. So this is unheated stone as well, and we'll quickly show you the GIA report that comes with it. It's a 1.85 carat, very interesting color change. And we'll go to the next stone. That's a 2.98 carats octagon cut sapphire. Again, the daylight color is violet, and then it changes to a purple, and it's also an unheated stone, comes with a GIA report. So now that's the daylight color, and then we are going to show you the evening light. So, and we'll quickly show you the GIA report that comes with it. This is a beautifully cut stone too. It's an octagon radiant cut. It has beautiful faceting. So this is the 298, and we are moving to the stone right next to that. It's a rectangle cushion cut color change sapphire, and this particular stone is 3 carat stone, and it's a bluish violet color in daylight, and it changes to a purple. Now that's the daylight color, and now it's going to change to a purple color. And this particular stone also comes with a GIA report. According to GIA, this is heated, means indication of heating, and the report gives both images of the color change, bluish violet changing to purple. It is almost 10 millimeter long, 7 millimeter wide, and the stone right next to that is a very interesting stone. It's a round, which is very rare to find in this kind of color change stones. It's a 3.29 carats, a round color change sapphire, and this particular stone is unheated. It changes from violet changing to a purple. I'll show you the violet color. That's the color, and then it changes to a purple. You can see again, that's the daylight and that's the evening. So it's really a nice color change. It's a full 8 millimeter round and unheated, no indication of heating, and it's a gorgeous stone. And this particular stone is from Sri Lanka. Now, we have shown you before this, we have shown you 3 other stones. I failed to mention all of these stones are from Sri Lanka. This particular stone we asked for origin report from GIA, so they're mentioning it. But most of these color change sapphires do come from Sri Lanka, and the color change is due to chromium. Chromium gets into the chemical composition, and that chromium makes the color change. And the next stone is 4.10 carats unheated color change sapphire, also from Sri Lanka. It changes from bluish violet to purple. So this is the daylight color, and then evening it really shifts to a real deep purple color. So I'm going to show you again the daylight color, and look at the color change. It's phenomenal, and all these stones are almost flawless, loop clean. There's no inclusions whatsoever. And this is a 4.10 carats. It's 9 by 9 square cushion. This is also from Sri Lanka with a very strong color change. And the last stone is a very large round color change sapphire, almost 5 carat, 4.99 carats, and also a stone from Sri Lanka, no indication of heating. It's almost 10.5 millimeter in diameter, and it changes from bluish violet and turns into a purple color. I'm going to show you the daylight color. And then it changes to a purple color. So it's a 4.99, that's a daylight color, and then it changes to a purple. It's over 10 millimeter in diameter, flawless stone, all natural, no indication of heating. The origin is Sri Lanka. All these stones are from Sri Lanka, and again the color change is due to chromium. Now in Alexandrite, the color change is due to vanadium. So we have 4 large color change garnets, and all 4 of these are from Madagascar. And as I mentioned before, these stones attribute their color change to vanadium, and maybe some chromium may be involved. So the first stone here is a heart-shaped garnet, and it's 12 millimeter by 10 millimeter. It's a very large stone, 6.51 carats, and that's the daylight color. It's kind of like a burgundy cognac color, and then evening light it changes to a deep red. You can see the color change. Look at the color now. That's the evening light, but in the daylight it's kind of like a deep cognac color. Almost looks like a zircon, like a honey zircon color, and then it changes to a very red color. So this is from Madagascar, almost flawless stone. It's a 6.51 carats. A stone right next to that is also interestingly 6.51 carats. This particular stone is a square cushion, and this is 10 by 10 millimeter. Again, in the daylight you can see it's almost a bluish, there you go, it's almost a bluish green color, and then it shifts to a deep purplish red color. So here the color change goes from blue to purple. Again, this stone, the color change is due to vanadium, and it's a prime example. Vanadium color changes are typically from blue-green to purple, like alexandrites. So it's almost 10 by 10 millimeters, 6.51 carats. And the stone after that is a very large stone. It's a 7.57 carats, almost 15 millimeter long, 11 millimeter wide. In the daylight, the color is again like the first stone. It's like a deep cognac color, and then in the evening it changes to a deep, you can see it's a very deep wine red color, and it's flawless. It's 7.57 carats. Again, there you go, that's the color change. And the last of the color change garnet is another cushion cut stone. It's a 7.67 carats, and it's 12 by 10 millimeter. And here you can see the daylight, the color is a deep cognac color. That's it, that's the color. And now we are going to show you the color change. It becomes very reddish, kind of a wine red color. So that's a remarkable color change. Again, the color change is due to vanadium, and these all four stones are from Madagascar. These are very large stones for color change garnets. Typically in the marketplace you're going to find stones between half carat to 1-2 carat size, but these are all over 5 carat, in almost gem quality, good clarity, and excellent change. And just quickly flash the daylight, and then you can see the evening light. The color change is very remarkable. Now the last stone in that corner, in that same row, is one of the rarest stones you could find. It is a color change tourmaline out of Mozambique. Now I have seen a lot of rare stones, but never come across a tourmaline that changes color. So because of that, we have a GIA report. Now the stone itself is kind of a dark, very dark green. So in the daylight it's almost like a very dark extinction, but then it changes to a dark orangey brown color. So I'm going to show you the daylight color. It's pretty much kind of like a deep spinachy green type of a color, but then it shifts to almost like a dark brown. According to GIA it's an orangey brown, but we could see some red to it too. It's a very large stone, again 7.57 carats, almost 15 millimeter long, 11 millimeter wide, and this is a very rare stone. This is almost getting into collector territory. This is a collector stone, extremely rare to find. This is the only stone I have ever come across in color change tourmaline. So very interesting stone, and we'll quickly show you the GIA report that comes with it, so you can take a look at the report itself. It says oval shape, modified brilliant cut, transparent, dark green changing to dark orangey brown, 7.57 carats. You can see the length, width, and it says species is tourmaline. And so that ends the second row of color change stones. So that's what we are doing, trying to show there are very rare gemstones that do change color that are not alexandrite. So that's this show is all about. And the last row of gems, we have 4 extremely rare color change spinels. So I'll quickly first describe the stones, then we'll go one at a time. The very first stone is a very small 2.64 carat square cushion color change spinel, and right next to that is a 4.71 carat oval spinel. I beg your pardon, it's a 4.19 carat pear-shaped spinel. And then there is a 4.71 carat oval spinel, and the last of them is a very large, really a collector stone, over 10 carat, 11.37 carat color change spinel. So we'll take one at a time. The first stone is, as I mentioned, is a 2.64 carat square cushion color change spinel. It goes from, the color change is almost like a sapphire. It's a bluish violet and it's changing to purple. It's a 2.64 carat. Look at that stone, it's flawless, almost looks like a purple sapphire. Now this is the daylight color, it's a bluish violet, and look at the color change, it's remarkable. You can see the change so easy, daylight, evening light. It's a flawless stone. It's a 2.64 carat 8 by 8 square cushion, and according to GIA, no indication of heating, it's all natural. So that's the square cushion, natural spinel, no indication of heating. We can show you the images of the color change as well. And the stone right next to that is a 4.19 carat pear-shaped color change spinel. And this particular stone changes from bluish violet to purple, and in daylight you're going to see the bluish violet, and then it changes to a purplish tone. Yeah, it's
bluish violet.
Yeah, it's a bluish violet, and it changes to a purple.
It is. Need to be purple. More purple.
And it's a 4.19 carats, all natural, no indication of heating. It's almost 12 millimeter long, 9.4 millimeter wide. It changes color from bluish violet to purple, and that's a GIA report. Now in spinels, the color change is due to chromium, and by the way, these stones are also from Madagascar. So that's a 4.19 carat pear shape we showed you. The stone right next to that is an oval stone. It's a 4.71 carat. That's the only oval shaped stone in this color change spinel. By the way, color change in spinels is extremely rare. This is only last 15-20 years, with Madagascar producing every rare stone imaginable. We have lucky enough to acquire a few of these stones. You can see the daylight color is blue. There's no modifying overtone. It almost looks like a blue spinel, but then when I put the evening light, it shifts to a nice violetish tone. See, this is the daylight color again, blue, and changes to a violet. And this is 11 by 9.5 millimeter, 11 millimeter long, 9.5 millimeter wide, 4.71 carats. Again, all natural, no indication of heating. And the last of it, of this color change spinel is 11.37 carat, very rare. It's almost a collector stone. It's all natural, no indication of heating. This spinel changes from bluish violet to purple. Since it's a rather large stone, you can see the color change much easier. That's the daylight color. Look at the color. And now it shifts to a deep purple, so it changes from bluish violet to a purple. Very rare stone. Incredible piece. Now this has a full GIA report as well. No indication of heating. All natural. 11.37 carats, and it's a 16 millimeter long, 12 millimeter wide. There you go, blue violet changing to purple, natural spinel, and no indication of heating. And that's the image of the GIA color change. So we were able to show you in two different segments extremely rare color change gemstones that are not alexandrites. On the first row we have 6 color change sapphires, and then on the second row we have 4 color change garnets and 1 extremely rare color change tourmaline. That's a tourmaline. And the last row we have 4 extremely rare color change spinels. So these are all usable for jewelry and also for collecting. These are impossible to replace, extremely rare. All of them, other than the color change garnets, come with full GIA reports. So again, we are very happy to show this rare gem collection from our inventory. If you have any questions, you can reach to us by email info@jupitergem.com, or you can call us on our Google Voice, area code 323-844-3675. Again, it's area code 323-844-3675. And if you would like have any questions, you can email us at info@jupitergem.com, and please, if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel, we would greatly appreciate it. And we will come with another segment of rare, exotic, world-class gemstone and jewelry soon. Thanks. Bye.